This is WNEP TV 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Jack Ruland in Skycam 16, meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Tim Carlson Sports. This is Newswatch 16.
Good evening. Sallie Mae means business and jobs for the Wilkes-Barre area.
The Student Loan Marketing Association, known as Sallie Mae, will put 500 people to work over the next several years. The company is looking for a lease, right now, for the Old Faith Shoe Company building in Wilkes-Barre.
That's where Newswatch 16's Mark Davis is live right now. And Mark, you've been there several times before.
Karen, the first time I was here was about 2 years and 4 months ago. That was after one of many fires which plagued this building since it closed in 1978. At that time, people were calling it an eyesore. Neighbors were calling it a fire hazard. Now it will be turned into a community asset and the home for 500 new jobs. Crews are still busy working on the now renovated Faith Shoe Company building on Beekman Street. The large complex just happened to be what the doctor ordered for Sallie Mae. The firm will use the building for office space and hundreds of computer jobs. Rob Miracle owns the building and worked long and hard to get it. Now it's paying off.
I was surprised at this particular site because of the initial condition of the building. However, considering Nabisco feels the workforce in this area is excellent, I can see their reasoning for choosing Wilkes-Barre.
Wilkes-Barre was chosen over more than 60 other cities like Orlando, Florida, St. Louis, and Binghamton, New York. Gary Bohm of the Committee for Economic Growth has been working on the project since August.
They looked at every fabric of Wilkes-Barre: education, the land, the real estate, the retail sector, the vitality of the city, not just the labor market.
A big day for Wilkes-Barre because they were in competition with many, many other cities. Now, we'll know more about the company and the types of jobs these will be on Thursday when the company officials are welcome to Wilkes-Barre. But we do know that Sallie Mae collects and markets student loans for colleges and universities all across the country, and the people that will be working here will be doing that for the northeastern United States. Sallie Mae is coming to town. I'm Mark Davis, Newswatch 16, live with the Instacam at Beekman Street in Wilkes-Barre. Karen?
Thank you, Mark. A sweater factory in Hazleton is still looking to hire 100 people. You may remember last month we told you about Pocono Knit. The garment factory has been here for 2 months now, and it needs workers. Well, since our first report, 10 more people have been hired. That makes 45 workers. A couple dozen others have asked about jobs here. Management at Pocono Knit says it plans to bring in more equipment and needs a lot more workers to operate it. But perhaps because of holiday benefits workers are getting at their present jobs, they're reluctant to leave those factories at this time of year.
More new jobs are coming to Luzerne County. A business that builds modular homes is moving to the Berwick area. The New Jersey firm Lifestyle Homes will locate a plant in Salem Township. Newswatch 16's Valerie Devine reports the company plans on hiring up to 230 employees by the time that plant opens.
You're looking at what was a cornfield here in Salem Township. Construction crews are now clearing the way for a new modular home builder to break its way into the Berwick home building market. The management at Lifestyle Homes searched all over northeastern Pennsylvania for a site for its new plant. They say Berwick had a lot of advantages other areas lacked.
Like the town of Berwick, it had a high unemployment rate, and it was very close to the interstates.
Sal Sportelli says another reason why he's locating his business here is because there are other modular home manufacturers in this area. Just within a 5-mile radius of this site, there are 2 other manufacturers employing nearly 600 people. One of those manufacturers is Deluxe Homes of Berwick. Officials here say they are well aware of the fact that Lifestyle Homes may offer some of their employees the 230 new jobs, but they're not worried about the competition.
We are a union shop. We're paying full union scale to our employees, plus incentive systems that they have, or that we have for production efficiency. So we're one of the highest paying shops in the East in this type of business.
Don Mesky says he'll wait and see what the future holds for Lifestyle Homes. The new plan is set for completion by this spring. Valerie Devine, Newswatch 16, Salem Township.
Those big plans for a civic arena in Monroe County are even bigger tonight. Newswatch 16 has learned that developers also want to build a 250-room hotel on the site. Back in October, Skycam 16 showed you property in Coolbaugh Township targeted by developers for the arena. They reached a sales agreement to buy the 250 acres from the Worldwide Church of God. The plan is to use the existing building for floor shows and conventions, build an arena next to it along with the hotel. We're told they're negotiating with some major hotel chains interested in the plan. Police are looking for the man who robbed a bank in Lackawanna County this morning. Police say the man walked into the Merchants Bank on Burney Avenue in Moosic, asked for money, got it, and left. He was reportedly carrying a gun. No one was hurt. Police described the robber as a white man with a beard, 5'8", wearing a white ski cap and a blue jacket.
And when Newswatch 16 continues, getting your money back. Action 16 will tell you how to file a claim against Discount Furniture Gallery in Luzerne.
Plus, we'll update a cancer study that could be critical to the lives of former workers at a plant in Lock Haven.
Brighten up your world with Steve Bronco Diamond.
The holiday season, the best time of the year to put into words exactly what you're feeling. Steve Bronco Diamonds knows those perfect words. A diamond anniversary ring, a diamond necklace, a diamond engagement ring. They all say I love you and are especially handcrafted by Steve Bronco.
Steve Bronco Diamond.
On the boulevard by the bank in Dixon City.
The secret to having a successful Christmas season is treating people right all year long.
Customers tell us.
We don't know any store of our type who is as deep in branded goods and American-made goods as Hills is. If you want a pair of jeans, here they are. There's thousands of them. And if you want size 10, here they are too. They're all together. And it makes for a convenience that I think customers appreciate. And that's what they tell us to.
More reasons why Hills is great for gifts.
A comprehensive bladder cancer study is in full swing at the Lock Haven Hospital in Clinton County. Newswatch 16's Dan Fiorucci reports the plan is to save workers from the old Drake-Kilsdonk chemical plants from dying of cancer.
Good afternoon, Diane Comston. May I help you?
Ever since free, painless bladder cancer screenings were offered to Drake workers in November, the callers have been keeping Lock Haven Hospital busy.
How about Monday, the 22nd? Is that convenient?
The staff here is pleased with the strong response because for some of the 450 former workers at Drake and Kilsdonk Chemical, a call to Lock Haven Hospital could be the difference between life and death. Up until the Drake-Kilsdonk plant was closed in 1981, it produced a chemical called beta-naphthylamine, or BNA, an unintended byproduct in the manufacture of dyes. BNA is known to cause bladder cancer. If you find it early, you can save a person.
Oh, yes, most definitely. There's some very good response rate.
That's why technicians here are studying urine samples of Drake workers to see if cancerous cells wash out in the urine. In most cases, the result is negative.
In this one, we see just essentially normal cells.
This is not cancer, what we're seeing.
No, what we were just looking at here is benign.
And so the race is on to get 450 former Drake and Kilsdonk workers to call Lock Haven Hospital. Officials here only hope that those workers will find out about free bladder cancer screening before bladder cancer finds some of them. Dan Fiorucci, Newswatch 16, Lock Haven.
If you are a former Drake-Kilsdonk worker and would like to join this screening process, you can write to Bladder Cancer Screening for the former workers or call this number, 717-893-5111. That's 717-893-5111.
On the Health Watch tonight, some positive news about cancer. Even though there are more people under 55 getting cancer, less of them are dying of it. The National Cancer Institute says between 1975 and 1984, the number of cancer patients in that age group who have died went down by 7%. Officials say more people under 55 years of age are living with cancer because of advances in cancer treatment. Nolan?
More news from Action 16 for customers of a closed furniture store in Luzerne County who say the store might owe them money, or does. If you're one of them, get a paper and pencil ready. Jerry Gartenberg tells us tonight that those customers, some of whom demonstrated last month at the Discount Furniture Gallery of Luzerne, have about 3 months to file a form with the U.S. Bankruptcy Court in Wilkes-Barre. The store owner has filed for bankruptcy. A court-appointed attorney tells us there will be an auction of the store's furniture December 20th. Customers owed money have until March 6th to file the proof of claim form. Otherwise, there is no chance of getting any money from the Discount Furniture Gallery. The address for getting the form, Clerk of Bankruptcy Court, 197 South Main Street, Wilkes-Barre. The zip code is 18701.
The Weather Watch is next with our Chief Meteorologist, Tom Clark.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit tricky tonight,
Yeah,
Tom,
the storm
for you.
has begun. And it's a tricky forecast, kind of a mixture of things overnight tonight. And when we come back, we'll talk about how much warmer it's going to get and when the brunt of this storm is going to hit. You're watching Newswatch 16 on WNEP TV, and we're proud to serve Dimmock and all of Susquehanna County.
Christmas on display. Prestige gifts from the area's most prestigious jeweler, Bartikowski's. Bartikowski Jewelers, making the finer things in life more affordable for all of us.
Kelly asks, why settle for a good tire when you can get a great tire? And why settle for expensive when you can get a good deal? In fact, why settle at all? Get a good deal on a great tire with Kelly.
Get a good deal at Jack Williams Tire and Auto Service Centers on the great Navigator 600 and all-season steel-belted radio with a new generation tread and outline black sidewall lettering.
Kelly Tires, a good deal on a great tire.
You might say it's the story of the Grinch who stole the Christmas tree. Only this Scrooge not only ruined the holiday spirit, it robbed money from a charity. Sometime early Sunday morning, someone stole the Christmas tree from the lobby of the Sheridan Crossgates in downtown Wilkes-Barre. The tree was decorated by workers at the Geisinger Wyoming Valley Hospital. It was one of 35 trees set up here in friendly competition to raise money for various charities. The Geisinger one was supposed to help out the Special Olympics.
Yeah, that's obviously tough for us because it is nice to be recognized, and anything that we obviously can get for local monies to help our events is really nice. So you don't like to get publicity in this manner, so it's unfortunate that something like this would happen.
Newswatch 16's Mark Davis says all that's left of the tree is a few ornaments. The Geisinger employees have not decided whether to put together another tree. Oh, that's awful.
That is too bad.
Boy.
Tom, let's see if we can brighten things up a little bit after that story. How's the weather coming along?
Okay, Nolan, not too bad. Well, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas in our backyard as well, with our new electrified wreath hanging behind me. We do have a light snow falling now. It began about 5 minutes ago. It's very, very light, but I'm getting reports now, just in the past 5 minutes, of some rain and sleet and snow out in central Pennsylvania. There's rain and snow now mixed in Williamsport, and it looks like we will see a mixture of precipitation overnight tonight before a changeover tomorrow morning. Let's begin out in Center County, where my weather watcher, Bob Davey, has just some rain falling now, 34 degrees at his place. Mike McGillis in Jerseytown, that's Columbia County, 38 degrees, and just cloudy when I spoke to him. And Kerry Homemeyer in Hamlin, at the freezing mark up there, and just cloudy, at least just for now. And that'll be changing soon. I think it'll begin snowing up there shortly. Let's show our weather, our holiday house for tonight. And hey, there's a nice display of lights. And that is courtesy of James Farrell and his family along Church Street in Edwardsville. 38 here, humidity 50%, the wind southeast at 5, the barometer is beginning to fall from 30.28, an indication that some warmer air is going to begin to move in. 43 and 35, the range here since midnight last night, 60, the record high, and a year ago today, the range 40 and 31. On the national satellite map, a lot of clouds along the eastern half of the country and a lot of heavy rain falling down south. 6.5 inches of rain at Key West, Florida in just 4 hours this morning. But it's the same old story, a clash of warm and cold air over Pennsylvania, that cold air coming down from the northeast thanks to a Canadian high over eastern Canada. But the warm air is going to have some success at getting in here, so it will begin to change over to all rain. It could be by daybreak tomorrow. And the snow is now picking up a little bit in the backyard. Now this storm system will merge with this one, and it'll stay west of the state tomorrow, so that will allow the warm air to come in out ahead of it, and we should go well into the 40s here tomorrow before this cold front moves on through, and then it'll get much colder again as we head through Wednesday and Thursday. So for tonight, I think some slick spots will develop along about, the roads could be getting slick now in central Pennsylvania. And elsewhere by 9, 10 o'clock tonight, an inch of snow is possible north of that top dashed line in some of the elevations. A mixture of rain and sleet and snow A little bit farther south and at the extreme southern portions of our viewing area, it'll just be rain overnight. Temperatures falling a few more degrees from where they are now, and then will begin to rise towards morning as the wind picks up out of the southeast. And the sunrise time for tomorrow morning will be at 7:17, just for the record. You won't see that. 4:34 is sunset tomorrow. Tonight, some snow, some sleet, and then some rain by daybreak. The wind will pick up and temperatures bottoming out here at about freezing. Again, some slick spots, and there could be an inch on the ground by daybreak in some of the mountainous areas. Not enough to close the schools, I don't think, tomorrow, though. A rainy Tuesday. Some of the rain will be heavy. That's when the heaviest amounts of rain will fall during the day tomorrow, and it'll be getting warmer, 48 for the high, and it'll become quite windy as well, so kind of a nasty day tomorrow. Take along the umbrella. And then the rain will be tapering off to just some drizzle Wednesday morning, 42, and then getting colder on Thursday and Friday with temperatures near freezing. And my big bunny rabbit just came.
All right.
Say hi.
You go catch the bunny rabbit. We've got some other things to talk about. All
Good.
right, Tom?
Thanks, Tom.
The auction writer's in for Tim Carlson on the Sports Watch tonight. And tonight, the baseball winter meetings continue in Florida.
Plus, this year's World Series MVP is looking for another team.
Christmas is a wonderful time at Switz's. They have everything you'll need to make this holiday season the most colorful ever. Beautiful Christmas trees, shimmering lights and ornaments, cheery decorations, paper, and holiday cards, and thousands of great gift ideas. There's toys and games, delicious candy, and homemade fudge. But there's only one way to get into Switz's colorful holiday spirit. Come to Switz's today.
It's always a good time for Switz's and you.
The holidays are full of surprises. The nicest ones come from Stroud's. Capture the spirit of the season with the Polaroid Sun 600 instant camera. The light management system gives you perfect pictures every time. Or give a Yamaha electronic keyboard with digital synthesizer. You'll sing along with this sale price, only $149.97. The holiday sale, now at Stroud's.
Albie's been discussing whether or not Ray Knight is really that good, so I'm going to put you on the spot.
We were just fantasizing. Could you turn down $800,000 a year?
No.
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 Of course, he's got a wife who's a multi-million-dollar-a-year golfer. I guess that helps. Hours before the midnight deadline last night, the Mets announced the contract talks with Ray Knight stopped. The Mets will not offer Knight salary arbitration. That means they lose the right to re-sign him before May. Last year, Knight's salary was $625,000 a year. He was asking for $1 million. The Mets aren't losing much, though. Knight's nothing more than a marginal player. In my opinion, he is a pretty good player at playoff time, and he had a good final game, but he's definitely not worth $1 million a year. Mets, smart to unload him for that kind of money. They can save a big salary. At the baseball winter meetings in Hollywood, Florida, Phillies president Bill Giles and 3 of his limited partners bought the remaining 47% of the team. It was previously owned by the Taft Broadcasting Company. The purchase price for the remaining 47%, $24 million. Also today, a major league draft was held, but only 9 players were taken by 8 teams. And in his State of the Game speech, Commissioner Peter Uberoth says baseball has no immediate plans for expansion. GAR's 6'8", 310-pound Greg Skrepenak has been selected as the Middle Atlantic Regional High School Player of the Year by Gatorade. With that, Skrepenak becomes the finalist for the Gatorade National Circle of Champions. He was a preseason All-American, and right now, he's one of the most highly sought-after players in the country. Let's hope that maybe he settles for Penn State or somewhere around here, and we can watch him some more. Meanwhile, the college coaching merry-go-round continues. At the University of California today, Bruce Snyder officially introduced as Joe Kapp's replacement. Snyder is now a running back coach with the LA Rams. He was given a 5-year contract, and he won't join the Golden Bears until after the current Rams season ends. The University of Southern California held a news conference today. At that news conference, they announced the firing of football coach Ted Tollner. Tollner will coach one more game at USC. That'll be on New Year's Day at the Citrus Bowl against Auburn. Tollner has 2 years remaining on his contract. They will pay him for the rest of that. No replacement has been named at USC. The Fiesta Bowl is investigating the possibility of playing overtime if the game between Penn State and Miami ends in a tie. Late this afternoon, an NCAA spokesman said that the Fiesta Bowl talking about overtime is not totally out of the ballpark. Tonight, The Seattle Seahawks and the LA Raiders will both try to keep their AFC wildcard hopes alive. They will play in Seattle, and you can see that game live right here on Channel 16 starting at 9 o'clock. And finally, in last night's Cowboys-Rams games, Tom Landry suffered not only through another loss, but he was a victim of a death threat. Police thought the threats were serious enough to ask Landry to leave the field and to put on a bulletproof vest before going back out.
You never know whether those things are real or not, but they're kind of scary if they are.
Were you scared during the game at all?
No, I really wasn't. I don't get worried too much on things like that.
He looked like President Reagan with all the security people.
Yeah.
Tonight we have the Raiders against Seattle. Raiders are a 3-point favorite. I think that's a good pick.
Okay, thanks.
Andy, thank you.
When Newswatch 16 continues, we'll have a holiday treat for the little ones.
We'll show you a place where you can have fun and share in the joy of giving.
Here, let's put it in their coffee cups. Oh, boy, wait till they see what we got them for Christmas.
This Christmas, Kmart has lots of stylish surprises for them at our Timex Time for Christmas sale. All Timex watches are 30% off, all with Timex accuracy, Timex durability, and now more than ever, Timex value.
What wonderful Christmas presents.
And that's not all, Mom and Dad. We're doing additions.
The Timex Time for Christmas sale, only at Kmart.
Not all self-service stations are alike. Many aren't clean, and many are far from friendly. Not at Hess. At our self-service stations, you'll get high-quality gasoline and oil, and a smile. At our full-service stations, we'll clean your windshield, rear window, and headlights, and check your oil. At Hess, we haven't forgotten what service is all about. We'll give you service with a smile.
Finally, most of us agree Christmas is a very special time for children. But we also know there are children who are not very happy or who could be forgotten at Christmas. Newswatch 16's Melissa Sander found a store in Allentown where workers are trying to make the holiday happy for all youngsters.
Welcome to Santa's North Pole Workshop. That is, the way the owners of the Ice City store in Allentown envision it.
They're rubbing noses. They're a total wide pit.
Yes, they are. For a youngster, this is a fantasy world filled with color and wonder and characters that move and amaze.
What did you think a Christmas Fantasyland would look like?
Just like this.
I'm rather fascinated by it myself. I try not to grow up.
Of course, what's a visit to the North Pole without a warm welcome and a cookie from Mrs. Claus?
I always ask the children which was their favorite house. There's 16 houses here. And I would say the majority enjoy the reindeer the most. A lot of girls enjoy the pet kennel.
Every toy here goes to a needy, orphaned, or crippled child in Lehigh or Northampton counties. 1,200 gifts, paid for by the village admission fee, $1.50 for each visitor.
Feels good.
What's that?
Giving someone else something, you know, at Christmas time. It makes everyone feel good.
The North Pole of the Ice City store is open to tourists Monday through Saturday, 10 to 9, and on Sundays from 12 to 6. Melissa Sander, Newswatch 16, Allentown.
It's neat for kids of all ages.
Isn't
I'd
it?
have a good time there.
I want to go there.
I'll take it.
Okay, thanks.
And that's Newswatch 16 for tonight.
Join us tonight on The Update when we'll have a Monday night dumb delight about a real doll.
World News Tonight is next with today's testimony from White House officials on the Iranian arms deal.
For the team, thank you for joining us.
Enjoy your evening.